Okay, let's try this. Politics, Trump and Musk. So, David Icke has taken the perspective that they are just puppets for the shadow masters. Let's call them the shadow masters, that makes sense. The elites, the ones we can't see, behind the scenes, the shadow masters. And then let's find out who they are. So Icke says that they are puppets, but that the voting for Trump getting elected has been brilliant, and I wanted Trump to get in, and because he was the disruptor candidate. And so with the openness that he's doing, that Musk is doing, the auditing of the government, going, look how shit they are. They're not even categorizing the spending. If you've done any kind of management, of financial management, you must categorize and granulate your information so that you can pull out the reports that you need. Otherwise you've got no idea what you're doing. It's just ABC. So clearly incompetently corrupt. Deliberately incompetent is what they are in the government and in all the local authorities. And I've worked in local authority, I can tell you that's true. They're deliberately incompetent. So he can show us this. So that's great. That's good. So Musk is doing a good thing. But also he's working with the money people. He's not telling us the whole truth. And I think it's this. Disclosure is so difficult for these people who are in the system to do. It must be done by us on the outside. We must do the disclosing on their behalf. All they can do is show us the truth, and we have to work it out. So this is Trump now. So Trump saying, America's taken over Gaza. As a plan, it's actually an idea, right, that would work, but in a zero-sum game, because the losers are the Palestinian people. Because what it says, it means that all the crimes that were committed over the last period of capturing Israel have been, they worked. All the underhand tactics, the terrorism, all of it, all added up of Israel is, they're forgiven for it. So that's, it's an option. We could have world peace at the expense of the Palestinian people. That's the option. And then he's then going, I'm going to have Canada, and I'm going to have Mexico, I'm having Greenland, I'm having the Chagos Islands, I'm just taking all these, I'm just taking it. So now he's saying nakedly that he can, and he can. He actually can do this. He can get the army to do what he's telling them to do, because he's arranging a way for peace, and lots of people support him, lots of people in the army support him, so he could do it. But then there would be losers in various places. But let's see who would lose in Canada, because at the moment he would force out the corruption, the awful corruption that's in the Democrat Party, that was evident. Now you can see what's happened. They allowed that to get on their watch, the corruption of the government, the expenses that they're spending, the foreign aid and all that stuff. So Trump is showing us now, this is how mad it's going to get until we work it out. And I was thinking about the children in Tiananmen Square. All they could do was give their blood. They'd done everything. They said, look, this country is destroying a seed of young people. Their creativity is being destroyed to create this amalgam, and we hate it. And this corruption is holding it in place, and people are dying to support it. And so they show you their deaths in the machine gunning of the children in Tiananmen Square. That's all they could do. And then we let that world carry on, because we didn't know what to do. So this is what we need to do. This is just going to get worse and worse. So I thank Trump for that, for showing us the madness of the system in which we work, that this is allowed to happen. They're going to say who are the winners, who is the losers. It's the strong man wins, strongest army wins. You should be on the right side. So here in Great Britain, do we want to be on the side of Islam, or do we want to be on the side of Trump? Yeah, because we're being forced to be on the side of Islam at the moment by our government. And the question is, why? Why wouldn't we ally with America, who are our greatest allies and have been for this, all this, from our history, as they say, our allies. They certainly, we speak the same language with the same people. The bond across the pond is huge for me. So I'd rather stand with America than with Islam. So we're in total opposition. There are many people like me in total opposition to our government, and there's a war going on. Civil war. Okay? So we can avoid that. So Trump's showed us this. This is what I'm just giving you this is what I see from what he's showing us, and that there's an option. Let's declassify some physics for a minute. In atomic weapon research, there is deemed exports, classified physics. Okay, so I'm saying let's declassify that instead, because maybe there's an answer there. And I've done all the work. It's Dr. Victor Levy, 1915, 1906, all done. Earth is the centre of the universe. This was the purpose of the Second World War and the smashing up of physics. It was all about smashing up physics. They've done this. They have all the books. Victor Levy proves the Earth's the centre of the universe. Okay? Proves it 100% categorically nailed on with a document that was written given his doctorate on the back of it in 1906, and that loads of engineering stands on that document. The engineering of concrete that we do now stands on that document. And so by declassifying the physics, by system declassifying that, letting me reference the 1993 Portland Cement Association document, circular concrete water tanks, without pre-stressing, I can link it to Victor Levy 1906, prove the Earth's the centre of the universe, prove that God exists, prove that the messages of Christ are about our behaviour in terms of sex, and that the way that we get out of this is to engineer a simultaneous orgasm around the world in 1 month's time, suited to the moon. All of us are going to do, who are having sex in loyal legal partnerships, are going to have a simultaneous orgasm. Will echo around the world at time, rippling around the planet as a ripple in the love wave of the motion of the tectonic plates, which show that the planet's alive, that the love waves are the skin, the elastica is the skin of the fucking planet, and the planet is your God, and Christ is the time particle at the centre, and he's screaming in pain because the bearing is out of balance. So by thinking that the Earth is round, it fucking is. If you think, oh, maybe that's wrong, maybe there's another way of looking at it, there is. The Earth will be flat. The Earth will be flat. Disk, rotating, ice wall, all making sense when you know that the Earth is the centre and that our view is distorted by lensing. Gravitational lensing is what we see. Everything is gravitational lensing, okay? So you're going to get some distortion, yeah? Better fucking believe you get some distortion. They can make you believe that you're on a rock, floating in the middle of a big fucking baggy Johnny of a universe. Nowhere, nothing, nobody. Going nowhere, pointlessly. Evolving from apes. Yes and no. It's our consciousness that evolved. And this moment now is that moment when our consciousness evolves. And Trump and Musk have shown us it. We will rise above the shadow masters. We won't be in their domain at all. We will be above them. We will own the shadow masters. And let's see who they are. Are they lizard people, David? David Icke, lizard people? They're certainly interdimensional beings. And get this, Saturn is the centre of the universe at the moment. Every moon is a second moment of area, of bending. Every moon represents a hemisphere on Saturn which has life on it. Because a moon means that there's life at the other end of the bending moments. There's light being transformed. So all of those 140 something moons around Saturn are other dimensions where there is life. Intelligent life. Because they're keeping out of our fucking way. But when we go to the flat planet, then we'll be above them. We will lord over all of those dimensions that exist there. That's how powerful we are. We are the centre of the universe. We are the outside of the universe. Our consciousness is the apex consciousness, the human being, because it's linked to the heart, because only the human heart can link to Christ as the time particle. And you're Christ conscious of the time particle, that your sexual behaviour is experienced at the time particle. So if you behave sexually well, peace. If you behave sexually badly, pain. For Christ. Not for you. You'll get it later. But now, the time particle experiences it at the centre of the universe. So, experiment. Peace. By declassifying physics, we come up with an experiment that in a month's time we'll all plan for. Lockdown, big O, let's go. Welcome to New Earth. Follow the Rebel King.